So let's say in this case what we can do, we can change this meeting from 7-8 to 8-9, and we get a free slots of 7 units. Okay, from this to this 7 units of free slots, and this is the maximum. So you can reschedule any one meeting, and you have to maximize the maximum free times. Okay, so you consecutively swap the meetings, and you reschedule the meeting anywhere in between any gaps. So if the meeting is fits in that gaps. Okay, so this problem is quite easy. Okay, so at the very first observations, what you can do, let's say for this examples, yeah, okay, so let's say we want to remove this meeting. Okay, we want to reschedule this meeting. So what you can do, you have a gap of 1 here, and you have a gap of 6 here, right? So if you reschedule the meeting between 9 and 1, okay, 9 and 1, okay, let me give a marker. So let's say you want to reschedule the meeting between this one. So if you reschedule the meeting here or here, you will get maximum of 9 minus 1 length. Okay, 9 minus 1 length minus your meeting length, right? So for every meeting you can reschedule the meeting besides the meetings. Okay, and you will get this answer. You have length of meeting, alien length of meeting, right? So এই যে আমরা এই রাইট বাউন্ডারি থেকে লেফট বাউন্ডারি বাদ দিয়ে লেন্থ অফ মিটিং বাদ দিলে আমরা so if we subtract the meeting length from the right boundary and left boundary, we will get the free times here. Okay, so this is one option, and another option is that let's say in the third example, another option is that if we want to increase if we want to get the maximum size here, what we can do here, so we can reschedule the second meeting, which is started at 3 to here 8 and 9. Okay, to here 8 and 9. So we will get a free times of 7 minus 1, which is 6, and 6 is the answer. Okay, so here we are not rescheduling the meeting besides this, we have to reschedule outside of that. Okay, now okay, first one is easy. The first one is very easy to check, right? We can just traverse every meeting and find these boundaries and subtract the meeting length, so we will get this distance. Okay, now let's say we want to reschedule the meeting anywhere else. So in that case, how do we found that beyond this circle? Of course we don't want to put the meeting here. So beyond these circles, how do we found is there any gap that is greater than this length, this meeting length, right? This meeting length greater than or greater than or equal to this meeting length, right? Any length. We don't want to know that which length, any length. If there is any length, then we can remove this meeting to that length, and we will get a free time of this much. Okay, so how do we count this? How do we found this? Okay, this is actually easy. What we can do we want to do something like this. We want to store every free time, every free we want to store in a multi-set. Okay, we use a multi-set. So in multi-set we store all the free time. Let's say let's say this meeting event time is ends at 15. Okay, then this is also a free time. Okay, so let's say the first meeting time is start from 1 to 2, so this is also a free time. So all the free times we store in a multi-set. Okay, so in multi-set we store all the free times. So after storing the multi-set, how it will help to solve our problems, let's see. So now we have all the gaps in our multi-sets. Now currently we are in these positions. We want to put these meetings outside of these regions. Okay, so how can we found that is there any gap at least this much? Okay, so this is very easy actually. So our multi-set holds all the gap. Okay, so now what we can do, So we don't want to put here, right? So what we can do, we remove we remove this gap from the multiset and this gap from the multiset. So after removing this gap and this gap, now we will check if in our multiset hold any gap that is greater than this. So if it is possible, then we can put this meeting to that gap, right? Any gap. So then we will get a free time of this much. Then we will measure our answer by this. Okay, we can do this. Okay, I think we understand the problems. How do we solve the problems approach? Now let's just see the code. So here we just declare a multiset. So after the so start time is that so we use start time for just counting the gap, all gap. Okay, so at the very first start time is 0 and we are traversing the start times we are traversing the start time and end time vectors, and so we are inserting this gap, right? The start time I minus st. So st is the this position of the gap, starting position of the gap. So after this we change our st to the end of I, this one. Okay, the end of the first event, because it will help to count the next gap like this. So in this way we count the all the gap. So here the another gap we have to insert in our multisets, which is, let's say the event is not ended at 5, this ended at 7. Okay, so this is also a gap. Okay, so in this line we just insert that gap also. Okay, so now now we will find the answer. Now what now we will traverse from 1 to n all the events. So for every event, let's say this events, what we find, we declare two variable left and right. Left and right are nothing but just holding the left let's say we are considering this meeting, this event. Okay, so the left should be this so the right should be point to this and left should be point to this. So by using left and right we just find that this boundary. Okay, so if this is first boundary, then okay, let's consider this. Okay, this will be easy. So if we are considering this, so our left should be point to the end time of the previous meetings, and right should be point to the starting time of the next meetings. Okay, so if for this there is no previous meeting, so that reasons the left point to 0, and for this there is no next meeting, so for that reason the right should be point to event time. Okay, so we just find this range, left and right. Okay, so after that, of course, there is a we can reschedule our answer our meetings to in this range. So for that we will get the answer of right minus left minus end time I minus start time I. So this range minus eta. So we will get an answer from here, and after that we want to put these meetings anywhere else. So so what we do, we just remove this range from there and this range from here. So after that we just find using a binary search to find does the multiset holds any space where we can put these meetings. Okay, so if this is not end, point to the end, then there is a space where we can put this meeting. So we just take the answer as right minus left. Well, so this range will be our current space. Okay, I mean free time. So we just update our answer by this. Okay, so after that we again have to put the range that we erased from the multisets for the next calculations. So after that we just return the maximum answer. The answer will hold the maximum free time. So this is our code. So I think this problem was quite interesting, so that's why I made a video about that. Okay, thank you.